I'm Delia Codes, and this is my first Node project, um, streaming from beginning to end, warts and all. Um, it is a project for my coding bootcamp, Thinkful. I am showing you as much as I can of my thought process and of my effort. Um, environmental setup and all these other things. So uh, there are things you definitely don't see, like when I attend a question and answer session, some of my reading and troubleshooting, and my meetings with my mentor, things like that. But this is for documentation, and in case anybody's interested in watching. So welcome. You can find me on Twitter under Delia_Codes. Okay, so last time I was working on changing ingredients to descriptions, and I was working on making sure that, and I was working on creating a seed script. Um, and in the meantime, I did some troubleshooting of the seed script. I got it to working partly, but partly not. Um, And I think that's it. We changed everything over from ingredient to description. Now I think it's a little bit time to do some styling. I think some styling would be a really good thing. Mostly just because it's kind of looking kind of terrible right now. Let me stream and show you. Also, and also because like in terms of my to-dos, it's like I need to kind of do some troubleshooting on the seed script thing. But in reality, like, I'm not sure if this necessarily is anything that I need to do. I do need to, like, figure out how to delete things in the, so this is what it looks like right now. I have, of course, some accessibility issues here, and it just doesn't look that great because of that. And this text is a little bit weird. And this displays okay, but it's, like, kind of terrible, too. So we kind of need to like do some design work. I'm thinking so because what we're gonna do is we're gonna create some sort of calendar schedule thing or something like that. And so what I'm thinking is that this can go to the side. Either that or this needs to like expand out and not be in like one random column. So let's inspect and see if we can kind of make that happen. Okay. Let's make this happen. Okay. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. And okay, my main part of the reason why it's doing its thing is because my main is for some reason not really taking up. Ah, okay. So let's do width 100%. Okay. Okay, so we're doing a flex direction column right here. This thing, display flex, which is kind of its thing, margin top, okay, whatever. The only thing I can think of is maybe a width 100% as well. And I guess I probably will have to flex box it, which is fine. Flex wrap, and we're gonna say okay. Seriously, this is annoying. Okay, that looks like it doesn't necessarily do anything. That section is up here, that's here. Okay, so let's do flex wrap. And then let's do inherent. And I don't think that's changing anything either. And it looks like I may need to like figure out how we're gonna, because I mean the biggest thing, the issue is that it's also like too many damn meals, frankly. And like most of it is these jam meals that it's like getting from the thing. Okay, so I've got a couple options. I could only display the first 5 meals. I definitely think that shoving it over to the side is not a bad thing. And let's look at what it says computed. Ah, okay, so what if we removed the margin auto? Okay. I mean, we want margin auto for some things, but we don't want it for everything. Okay, so we've got main, and we've got everything over on the left. That's good. Let's see here. Okay, that wrap does nothing. That's fascinating. Okay. I mean, I'm not complaining about the margin auto. I just want to move it over that way. Which may mean a flex direction. It's not a flex direction. It's shit. Okay. Now that we're done playing around, let's see here. Okay, let's go in here. And actually, let's go in our client. And then I'm kind of wondering whether or not in this render, whether or not we need to do something. So because we could do 2 things. One, for instance, we could do like in this get however many meals it is. I mean, I don't care if it's like, I care the fact that it's like in the center and hogging a bunch of stuff. So in some ways, if render, which is going to be in here somewhere, which maybe I should just search for it at this point. Aha. Okay. Yeah. So this joins all of the meals and it creates them as a thing. So what I'm wondering is whether or not I mean, the other thing I could do is we could do like add to state, and then yeah, I don't know. I think it's probably easier to move it and then like clear the database because the database has like weird things in it that we don't need anyway, so it needs clearing regardless, and not worry about changing our code right now. Even though it's probably a good idea to change your code. Okay, so we are not super close to any sort of solution. Okay. So we want to move it over to the left. It sounds like I need to do some reading on Flexbox. So let's grab Flexbox and not Flexbox Froggy. Flex grow, flex shrink, Flexbox. And then what I want is the CSS tricks thing that I have used before. Aha. Yes. Okay. And the other thing I kind of want to do is I want to draw a white text box around the your current meals, that sort of thing. I think that would be a really good idea. Um, so while that's loading, which it shouldn't take too long to load, let's at least see if we can get. Okay, within this section we've got an H1. Okay, so let's. Element style of this H1. Interesting how many backgrounds there is. Okay. Correct color. Uh, oh my god, that's hideous. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we've got an H1 here, and then in this section, we've got an H1 here. And they're a title class, so it's easy enough to change. Okay. Align self-center, and then background. Let's try it with that and see how it goes. So let's make sure our server is running. Okay. These are tests. Okay, and then we can kind of see what that looks like. Oh, excuse me. All right, build, people. Build your little hearts out. And then, okay. And then this is, the weird thing is that this is an H1. And this is an H1. Okay. That's really weird. Oh, okay. So this is something that is... All right. Okay, let's see if we can grab a local host. And see how our changes look. Okay, I don't think I like the background. I think it should be white. Because even if the text was white, I think it's too much red. At least as it is right now. I mean, maybe it's something that you want to pick out later. But I think for visibility's sake, right now, I think it needs to be white. We can put a black border around it if need be, but I think it needs to be white. Either that or I need to pick another theme color. Which, God forbid, I remember what my theme colors are, but I'm sure that I can call them up. Okay. Oh, that looks like shit, too. Oh, and that changes that, too. Okay. Well, then. That's unfortunate. Okay. Well, I think it's fine to use... okay, so no background color here. Font size 2EM is okay, I think. Let's create something new. And we're gonna say dot UI title. And I'm not. It's possible I might be able to do like a selector instead. Examining the HTML. Okay. Actually, let's do section H1. And then let's style these slightly differently. Because, I mean, I need to do for thing. Okay, so let's do div h1. Okay, And border, actually, which one needs a border? Your bottom one needs border. Okay, so border, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. I think it's too many zeros. Yeah, there we go. One, no, let's make it 2 pixels. And, oh, I'm missing one. Okay, border 2 pixels, 0, 0, 0, great. We're gonna say background color. We're gonna save that. And then we're gonna leave it at that. And okay. I mean, it fixed the background thing, but it didn't give me my border. Oh. You know what? Either it needs a third color or it needs to be red. I think it should be red. Let's do it. Let's stop messing around. Because, like, I could definitely, like, play with it and play with it and play with it and go, oh my god, blah, blah, blah. But I think right now, let's just freaking do it. Okay. So let's say background. And then we're going to do that. And then, actually, and then we're going to say color, FFF, okay. And let's make it happen. Honestly, I kind of hate it. Yeah, no, I can't deal with that. I really can't. I'm sorry. So why don't we do this? Let's go to our color palette and find out. Because I think we've got our color wheel somewhere in here. Let's select another color for the background. Okay, so we've got this blue. Actually, let's go through our Figma sketches and kind of see what I had come up with. Because I've done this work before, so it's you don't want to reinvent the wheel. Okay, I don't need you both to come up. I think my computer might need a reboot soon. Because it's thinking a lot more than it normally does. Seriously? You're kidding me right now. Oh my god. Seriously? Maybe this will come up and be fine. Maybe. Again, my computer is thinking about life. I mean, it might have to do with the fact that I have like a gazillion tabs open. Maybe. Okay. And at least... Aha! Okay, so the way I thought about it is I was going to use blue for meals. And then... Okay. So let's use the blue. Um... Okay. Great. And then what we can do is we can go to title, and we should say color, and then FFFFF. Seriously? Okay. I'm wondering if I did something wrong here. Nope. Okay. I guess I don't like the white text. I like the blue, but the white really harshes my style. So I'm going to call a slight audible. And I could create a class to do this, I guess, but I think CSS can be cleaned up later, definitely. Okay, so where's my thing? I feel like I have multiple local hosts running around right now, which is not a bad thing. It's kind of ugly, but it's not too bad. Honestly. I think it's better than the white. Let's look at our color palette and see if there's any other options. I mean, we could go with we could go with this gray, that sort of thing. But I don't necessarily think that we need to go with that gray. I think we just need to roll with it. I mean, the only thing I could see with the gray, because the gray is going to have the same problem as the blue. Okay, so let's see here. Display flex, flex direction. Okay, great. Flex grow, flex wrap, flex shrink, flex basis. Justify content. This is what I was thinking about. Okay. So let's commit this change first. Adding background to titles. Oh. Help if I stage something before I committed it. And then this is help if it would actually commit. Okay. Well, I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay. I'm glad somebody likes my stream. Okay, that didn't work. But of course, it doesn't necessarily have anywhere to go. Also. Okay. So let's see here. Align self, blah, blah, blah. Align items. Align items might be useful. And they divide it up between properties for children, properties for parents. Align content might be useful. Okay, so align content or align items. Let's try those. Okay. Great. I feel like we're getting somewhere. Because it's like we have main stretching out. Okay, so main needs to be 100%. Ooh. Okay, so let's do body. Okay, let's do it the old-fashioned way. Git add dist main.css. Git commit -m creating titles, editing titles, and width. Okay, great. We've got a commit. And I don't know what happened with the git log. We might have to take a look at it. Okay. And so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to float. Oh, that's fascinating.